How much time does it take to run a 5 kilometer run? I will share in this video, based on my experience of running and seeing other people, what is the typical time an average runner takes and how much usually you can expect if you are a new runner or an average runner or an expert runner. This is purely based on my experience, and if you see the graph, it will clearly show you most of the people who are average runners take between 25 to 35 minutes range. So if you consider the graphs here, less than 17 minutes, whoever completes a 5 kilometer run, they are like absolutely good runners who have already run and experts in it, and they probably run in 13, 14, 15. They will be very rare, very few runners only, they would run less than 17 kilometers. I could hardly see one or two people out of about 100 odd people in whatever the runs I participated in. If you consider the next best 17 to 20 minutes range, they are also very few. They are like very fast compared to, say for example, me, I would take about 30 to 35 minutes range to complete my 5K. If there was a three laps and these people were running the third lap and I was still in the second lap. So that's how the speed they would be running. They are also next best. There will be very few people again, but little bit more than less than 17 minutes range people. And next best are 20 to 25 minutes people who complete the 5K in 20 to 25 minutes range. They're slightly higher in number. They're targeting to run even more faster to come to that elite group of less than 20 minutes, but they're not there yet. But having said that, they are not definitely average runners. They are quite seasoned runners. They've already run a lot of 5K probably. They're quite fit. They're regular also. They fall under 20 to 25 minutes range. Now these are all, I would say, more of a pro runners in my view. And then comes the average runners. Between 25 to 30, I could see a lot of people who are starting off, just running a few runs, and they would already run a few, so that's why they are in the 20 to 50, 25 to 30 minutes range. But if you're an absolute beginner and running for the first time, not that fit, etc., you will fall in that 30 to 35 minutes is what you usually take to complete a 5K. So generally I have seen a lot of people fall in this category, about 35 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes. And people who are not that fit or running very rarely or just trying it out, slow jogging and things like that, they would obviously take more than 35 minutes. And I have even seen people taking 40, 45, 47, 50 minutes also. And above 50, there are very few people, they are like very slow and just completing the runs. So the key summary here is, it is usually you can expect to be within around 30-35 minutes if you are running for the first time, or even a little bit more than that if you are not that fit, depending on obviously on your age, gender and fitness levels and many other aspects, right? So you can have the realistic expectation as to what you can expect if you are running for a 5K. You can target accurately, at least reasonably, instead of I want to run in 20 minutes or I want to run in 25 minutes. It may not be possible for many. Have a realistic expectation that it may take about 35 minutes to start with, around 35 minutes for a 5K. I think that will be a good start, and if you are good, you can always improve to say between the 30 and 35 minutes range, and even further improving to 25 to 30 minutes range, and improving from then on even greater levels further. So hope that's useful. This is based on whatever I have seen. If you take a larger data samples, you may have even more accurate results, but this is generally I have seen this to be correct. This is one way you can use to have a realistic expectation. And the second thing is that once you observe this data, you come to know that for 1 kilometer run, it hardly takes about 6 to 7 minutes. For 1 kilometer, it just takes about 6 to 7 minutes. So if you think about it, just by spending 6 or 7 minutes, let's say for an early morning run, it can create so much motivation for the rest of your day, I can tell you for sure, because it's more of a mental game than the physical game. So as long as you push towards that 1 kilometer run morning, then you may actually end up doing even more also if you feel like. When the sweat comes out, you feel that freshness in the air, and it really charges you for the rest of the day. So it just takes 6 to 7 minutes for a 1 kilometer run. That's the thing that you can remember. So I hope that is useful and provides you some motivation to start your own running journey, knowing that it hardly takes about half an hour to 35 minutes to complete a 5k only with regular practice. I could do this for with the practice of about five weeks. I'll share that journey in a separate video. And everybody can try, and unless their fitness levels are not allowing them to do so, everybody can benefit and get motivated for doing certain bigger things in life as well, because the moment you conquer that challenge which you are not able to do if you have never run a 5k, by running your first 5k it can charge you up for something really fruitful in your life which you think earlier that it might not have been possible. So I'll cover that in next video, but I hope that this information about how much time does it usually take for 5k can help you in your own running journey to some extent. Thank you.